At the start of the story, we see a greedy and cunning salesman named Beams. Beams captures animals and auctions them off. One day he tells the villagers, the planting season has begun, and your animals are weak, useless, and utterly worthless. But don't panic, because today I have brought something that will make your life much easier. With that, Beams proudly shows the villagers the animals he has brought, creatures of the Thorfinn species. Their most astonishing feature is that they can talk like humans. Beams says that these animals are extremely strong and will work in your fields as well as any human could. As soon as the villagers see that these animals really speak like humans, they are filled with awe and greed. The auction begins immediately. Beams first sells a small Thorfinn to a farmer named Simon for $800. The Thorfinn's name is Mosley. Mosley is forcibly captured and taken away. Tears fill his eyes. His heart is full of fear and sadness. He calls out for his mother, but she can do nothing. And so, Mosley's childhood ends there. The story now jumps 25 years forward. Mosley has grown up. He has a wife, Bella, and a sweet little son, Rue. As every day begins, Mosley wakes up early. He prepares his plow and wakes his master, Simon. Then he goes to work in the fields, plowing tirelessly. He works the entire day without rest, without complaint. During this time, Beams arrives with his two companions, Shank and Ollie. On days when crops are not yet ready, Beams sells medicines. Along with him is an old Thorfinn named Turpin, who has been carrying burdens for Beams for years. Mosley and Rue are happy to see Turpin because Mosley knows him from childhood. Beams tries to sell his medicines to Simon, but Simon grows suspicious. In a stern voice, he asks, "Tell me the truth, Beams. What exactly have you come here for?" Beams smiles and says, "Rue has grown now. He is ready for the auction." Simon immediately refuses. Beams cunningly says, "Think like a businessman. I can give you the land next to your farm in exchange for Rue." Mosley immediately steps forward, trying to reason with Simon. "That land is worthless. It's full of rocks and roots." But Beams and his companions mock Simon. "Will you listen to an animal?" Simon, in rage, throws a stone at Mosley. Injured, Mosley retreats inside. That night, Bella tells Mosley that she is pregnant. Hearing this, joy fills Mosley's eyes. Exhausted and battered, he goes to sleep. A little later, Rue comes to Mosley, excitedly saying, "I found a hidden cave. We have to go see it." Mosley refuses at first, saying, "I'm too tired. There's too much work tomorrow. We'll go another day." But Rue insists, "I saw drawings inside, creatures like us with hands like humans." Startled, Mosley agrees to go with Rue. Both head into the forest. Fireflies light the path, guiding them to the cave. The cave is underground. They slide in and see paintings of Thorfinns, but these creatures have hands. They were called the uprights. Mosley is amazed. He realizes that Thorfinns once walked on two legs and could do everything with their hands. Rue leads Mosley further, but it grows too dark. Terrified, Rue says, "I don't want to go further. The fireflies won't come with me, and I'm scared." He asks his father, "Did uprights really exist, or are these just pictures someone made?" Mosley's childhood memories flood back. He remembers Turpin making similar drawings and telling him stories. Centuries ago, Thorfinns had two families. One escaped north to avoid human cruelty. The other remained and faced terrible oppression. Forced to work like animals, their backs bent, and their once functional hands became useless over time. Mosley asked Turpin in a deep voice, "If the uprights existed, why didn't they save us?" Turpin solemnly replies, "The uprights believed these were the last remaining Thorfinns. Some thought that one day the uprights would return and free us, but then Beam's men in the Hunter Warfield arrive. They capture the remaining Thorfinns and auction them off." Mosley's heart breaks. He feels the uprights never existed, because if they did, they would have saved them. Mosley tells Rue, "The uprights aren't real. These pictures were made to deceive us." Rue quietly obeys his father, and both return home. After Rue falls asleep, Bella tells Mosley, "You should have gone further into the cave. That's how we could have reached the uprights." But Mosley refuses. "It's just a fairy tale. Uprights don't exist." Meanwhile, Beams is outside, convincing Simon to sell Rue. Finally, Simon agrees, exchanging his land for Rue, but with a condition. He can take Rue only after the next calf is born. Mosley and Bella are terrified. Bella trembles and says, "We have no choice. We must go to the uprights. Only they can save us and our son." But Mosley still hesitates and says, "I'll talk to Simon in the morning." The next morning, Simon plows his new land, but the land is completely worthless. Simon assumes Mosley is faking it. Furious, he lashes Mosley mercilessly. In pain, Mosley struggles to pull the plow with all his strength. Suddenly, the plow breaks and Mosley collapses. Simon finally realizes the land is indeed worthless and lashes out at Beams. This ignites a fire in Mosley. He realizes that no matter how loyal they are, humans will always see them as slaves. Mosley makes a firm decision. "I will find the uprights and free my family from humans." Rue approaches Mosley. "I'm going to find the uprights. Until I return, you must protect Mom like a father and take care of everything at home." Rue reluctantly agrees. Mosley races toward the cave. Simon and Beams pursue him, but he hides under a large rock. Simon, furious, asks Bella, "Where did he go?" Bella says nothing. Simon locks the gate to prevent Mosley from leaving. Beams says, "I can bring Mosley back, but you'll have to pay a price. Simon ignores him angrily. Shank says, "We should leave now." Beams smiles coldly. "We may leave today, but we'll return tomorrow. Now we're going to capture Warfield, the most skilled hunter of Thorfins." Beams reaches Warfield's village. The villagers are angry at him for selling fake medicines. Beams ignores them and heads to meet Warfield. Outside the bar, a Thorfinn is tied up, recently captured by Warfield. Scared and trembling, Turpin approaches the Thorfinn, trembling. "In the northern forest, I found caves with drawings of uprights. I almost went further, but realized it's a trap set by Warfield." Meanwhile, Mosley continues exploring the upright caves. Suddenly, he falls into a deep pit trap set by Warfield. He struggles, but cannot climb out. Around him lie broken horns, shattered swords, and blood, a horrifying sight. Warfield arrives. The next morning, Warfield, working with Beams, arrives at Simon's farm. Simon offers, "If you bring Mosley back, I'll pay you $350. Warfield heads into the forest. Rue tries to stop him, but Turpin restrains him. "I don't know what he'll do with your dad. You must stay here. Your mother needs you. The calf will be born soon." Shank and Beams discuss Warfield's deadly trap. They quietly follow him. Mosley struggles in the pit. Warfield approaches. "I'll take you back to Simon, but first, I'll cut your horns." Mosley shivers. Shank and Ollie arrive. They see the cave paintings and realize these were all made by Warfield. Warfield, in anger, throws Shank and Ollie into the pit. Amid the chaos, Mosley escapes with Ollie's help. He runs to a waterfall and leaps across rocks. Warfield shoots arrows at him, but fireflies distract him, saving Mosley's life. Mosley jumps onto a high cliff, but loses balance and falls behind the waterfall. Warfield assumes Mosley is dead. The uprights revealed. Mosley opens his eyes to find 3 uprights, Varney, Diver, and Galen, walking on 2 legs. Tears fill Mosley's eyes. He now believes the uprights are real. Galen, very old, often behaves like a child, but within him lies a forgotten history. Initially, Varney and Diver mistake Mosley for an enemy, but he quickly reassures them. "I am not an enemy. I am also a Thorfinn." Varney asks, "If you are a Thorfinn, why don't you wear clothes? And why are you so bent?" Diver examines Mosley's 4 legs and realizes he belongs to a different family. The 3 sit together, talking. Mosley asks about Galen. Varney explains, "He is very old. His memory is weak, but he remembers his friends, the ones in the cave paintings." Varney continues, "The uprights initially moved north to escape humans. Galen was one of them. He brought us here, guided by Firefly's magic." Mosley rejoices. "The Fireflies guided me here too." Diver says emotionally, "We thought the other Thorfinn family was dead." Mosley bows his head. "No, our ancestors left north and we remained enslaved by humans. But now the prophecy will be fulfilled. The uprights will save us. We must reach Kine Sereth and bring an army." Varney agrees. "We will go with you." The Haunted Valley. As they travel, Diver explains the importance of fingers. With them, they can do anything, especially the thumb, which is king. Galen laughs as Diver scratches Mosley's back, and a strong friendship forms. Warfield searches for Mosley among the cliffs. Night falls as Mosley reaches a haunted valley near Kine Sereth. Varney warns, "This valley is haunted. We must move along its edge. A special tree protected by a spirit grows here. Anyone who enters has never returned." Mosley spots a tunnel inside the valley. "If we take this tunnel, we can reach the city faster."
They enter, but the tunnel is dangerous. Falling trees block the way, but they narrowly escape. The magical tree and guardian. Resting at night, Mosley explains, "We must save my family. We must reach Kine Sereth quickly and bring an army." Galen sneaks ahead. Mosley and the others follow him to a cliff, where they see Warfield approaching. Varney and Diver distract him. Galen urges, "Trust the Fireflies. They will guide us out." Mosley jumps from the cliff. The Fireflies catch him midair. The 3 fly safely away. Mosley now fully believes in their magical power. Meanwhile, Bella is in labor. She cries for Rue to call Simon. Rue bravely wakes him, and Simon rushes to help. The final confrontation. In Kine Sereth, Warfield breaks the gate and enters the city. Mosley lures him into a large grove, surrounded by tall trees. He sees the magical tree. Warfield attacks. Mosley is injured but determined. A fierce battle ensues. Mosley strikes back with all his strength, heading toward the magical tree. The tree vanishes at a critical moment. Mosley is nearly defeated. Warfield is about to finish him when a magical tiger spirit, the Guardian, appears. The Guardian strikes Warfield, throwing him into the haunted valley. It lifts Mosley and disappears. Mosley realizes the Guardian has always been with him. Victory and freedom. The Guardian asks, "What do you wish for?" Tears in his eyes, Mosley says, "I want to free my family." The Guardian smiles and gives Mosley a magical fruit, which turns him into an upright.